I think like Srinivas, you didn't started the recording.
Yes, it started, sir.
Okay. Okay. So in a cloud computing, what is the first service we are going to look into means we are going to look into the identity and access management service. Okay. So this identity and access management service is nothing but which provides the authentication methodology to your AWS. It can be a console or it can be a CLI or it can be any kind of API connectivities. Okay, so from application and if you want to connect with your AWS services and all. Okay, so this identity and access management will be very helpful. Okay, so it is one of the powerful access management system which helps to connect or which helps to create multiple users and assigning the policies and roles to that particular user and make them like connect with the AWS services and they can work with the AWS services. Okay, so by using this identity system, what are all the options or what are all the operations we can do means we can create a group availabilities and we can create a users and we can create role and we can provide access between the resources. We can manage the policies as well. We can go for the identity providers and we can bring some third party identity providers to manage our credential management. We can do some account settings, that password policy. If any of the AWS regions have to be disconnected, we can disconnect it or we can enable it. All kind of account setting operations we can do with the account settings. So this identity provider is very important because most of the organization what they were doing means nowadays they are not managing the identity system from AWS end. So they are bringing some third party like Okata and even PIM identity system is there. Like Okata is one of the best identity system for this cloud infrastructure login purpose and all. Same way like if you are interested, you can bring Google also as an identity system or you can bring some other like Salesforce also as an identity system. Okay, like that you can manage your identity with third party identity system also. Or if you want to manage, if you are a new startup, you can manage with the AWS identity system itself. Okay, if you already have an identity system in your organization already, it is a very big infrastructure, lot of users are there means again no need to create that users and no need to manage. You can integrate the local identity system with Amazon Web Services and you can assign roles and policies and you can manage. Okay, so that type of flexibility Amazon is providing. So this is the first service we are going to look into. The next service we will be looking into the compute service, that is how to create a servers and how to provision the like applications and how to manage it. Okay, so when we are coming into the EC2 service which helps to create a servers and to host the applications and all or databases or anything we can host with the EC2 service. So we can create a on-demand instances which is going to be a pay on usage, and we can create some reserved instances. We can even go and get the dedicated instances which is going to be a physical hardware you can hire. Okay, so dedicated host also you can, sorry, dedicated host is about we can hire some physical servers also. Dedicated instances like it is going to be an individual instance which will be attached with your account. Okay, so there are shared instance and then individual instances you can create. So when you are going for the shared instance, so like it will be created under the containerization, the profile will be given for you. When you are going for the dedicated instance, the new dedicated server will be created and it will be given for you. Okay, so EC2 service, it is one of the service we are going to work. We are practically, we are going to create and we are going to host some applications, databases, and we are going to look into the connectivity part and all. Okay, so it will go as a project. Then Lambda service, we are going to look into. Lambda is about serverless hosting concept. Okay, so we are going to look into the serverless hosting, how to host an application using the serverless computing, how to make a connectivity from our Lambda by using the API, how to make a connectivity to the databases, how to get the data in, from application to the databases. So all kind of practical project we are going to do with the Lambda. Okay, so Lambda is going to be a serverless computing concept which majorly used in a nowadays, which majorly started using in a organization. Okay, so every organization nowadays they are looking for the serverless computing. It is meaning that for us it is going to serverless, but when it is coming into the Amazon, they have a infra, like they have implemented the servers and they were managing it. Okay, so we no need to worry about the resource utilization and other things and all. The next services we are going to look into elastic load balancer service. So we will be looking into the classic load balancers, application load balancers, and network load balancers, which used to distribute our load between the servers or any kind of resources. Why we use load balancers means, let's say if you are going to work for some e-commerce websites or some ERPs or whatever the thing, so end user connection, think about the end user connection and all. So lot of users will be connecting with the application. They used to do some transaction, they used to do orders and kind of things and all, right? So think big billion days and situations. Okay, so if you have one server and if you're going to manage, it is not possible. We need multiple server to manage those kind of situations. So in that condition, we need a load balancer. Behind the load balancer, the servers will be placed. The load balancer will get connections from the end users and it will be distributing between the servers. That is going to happen. In that also, variety of load balancers Amazon is providing. That is classic load balancer. Generally people are calling it as a previous generation load balancer, and application load balancer is available, which is more intelligent to manage our user end request. Based on the user end request, the routing will be happening, so kind of things and all will be there. So app load balancer is available and network load balancer is available. So when it is coming into the network load balancer, huge end user connection, if you want to manage load balancer will be very good option. So behind the network load balancer, you can place your app load balancers also. Okay, so network load balancer mainly it is used for manage huge end user requesters. Okay, so description, if you're saying elastic load balancer is going to automatically distribute incoming application traffic across multiple targets. That targets is going to be a server, or it can be any other lambda, or it can be any other resources which is available in Amazon, which can run applications. Okay, the next option is auto scaling is available, where you can create your resources horizontally. For example, currently I'm running, like behind the load balancer, I'm running with two servers. Let's say like some sale is introduced, like load is increasing, like in a server load is increasing. So what we can do automatically, we can scale up the servers and we can distribute the load between those servers also. So what is the advantage means, every time no need to run large infrastructure, run with like a minimum infra, and whenever requirement is there, scale it up and manage it. Okay, so auto scaling is going to give like cost wise it is very effective. Okay, most of the organization you can see like their business applications and all will run under the auto scaling groups only. Okay, so it helps to create a horizontal scaling. Okay, vertical scaling also is available, but majorly we will use a horizontal scaling, which is auto scaling option is available from Amazon end. Then like we are going to look into the storage services. Okay, so in a storage service we'll be looking into the block storages and file storages and object storages. Okay, uh, all three storage services will be used like in every organization. Okay, so block storages are nothing but it is a SAN storage. It can be like whoever working in the organizations, okay, they'll be knowing about it. SAN storage is available, and you can see local hard disk will be available. The block storages are nothing but where you can apply the file system and you can manage it. Okay, anyhow, we are going to look into how to apply the file system, how to manage the file system, everything we'll be looking into. So block storage will give a advantage that you can apply the file system and you can manage it. When we are coming into the file storages are coming from the central storage devices where already the file systems are applied and it is exported. So you can mount into your operating system. It will work as a shared storage for you. Okay, so Amazon is providing the file storage also, and object storage, which uh, publicly which is available, like even in your day-to-day life you are using the Google Drive kind of things and all. So our simple storage service is the like object storage, where it is available in the public cloud. You can access it from the internet. You can upload your data, you can download your data anywhere, okay, where you have internet. Okay, and mainly with our object storage, like they were providing 99.119 of availability and durability. Okay, so your S3 will not like or never went down, we can say. Never went down up to now. We never seen that the cloud services, in the cloud services, mainly the S3, it never went down. Okay, so all three storage services we will be looking into. And the one more storage service which is used for the backup purpose. Okay, so we are going to look into the Glacier backup service. Okay, like you can back up your data from your server end, or it can be from on-premise. Some data you can back up in your Amazon Web Services, or like it can be any logs, or it can be any kind of application data, whatever the thing. Okay, so you can back up into the Glacier, one of the cheapest storage service. Okay, one of the cheapest backup storage service in Amazon. And when it is coming into the database service, we are going to look into the relational database services, how to create a relational database service and how to manage the relational database service. So this is the part we are going to look into. So we will be provisioning the database like MariaDB. We are going to provision, which is the Red Hat product. Okay, majorly which is used in the organization level. So if any Windows administrators are available, so I'll show how to provision the Microsoft SQL also. Okay, so we are going to create a storage like relational database service, and we are going to manage it. And Dynamo database we are going to look into. Okay, so DynamoDB is nothing but NoSQL database. We'll be calling it as a NoSQL or non-SQL databases. Okay, so RDS is a SQL database and DynamoDB is the NoSQL database. Like when you're going for the DynamoDB, it is a serverless hosting. Okay, so we no need to worry about resource and kind of management and all. Okay, so Amazon will take care about the utilization, resource kind of things and all. So just we are going to run our tables, and we will be storing our data, and we will be managing our data. So we'll be looking into how to deploy database service, DynamoDB database service as a project. As I said, we are going to integrate Lambda, APIs, and DynamoDB. We are going to send the data from the public cloud, like public internet, to DynamoDB, and we are going to retrieve the data from DynamoDB to public internet. Okay, so all kind of stuffs we are going to do as a project. The next part, we will be discussing about the VPC, that is the networking part. So now itself you will be understanding like what are the things we are taking care. So we are going to take care about the identity system. In physical infrastructure, there will be identity system, like identity system will be managed by the individual team, and server and computing will be managed by the individual team. Like load balancers will be managed by the network teams. Load balancer, auto scaling kind of things and all will be managed by the network team. Storage will be managed by the storage teams. Backup will be managed by the backup teams, and databases will be managed by the database team. But here, this network, databases, like server provisioning, load balancer, storage resources, everything will be managed by the AWS engineer. So that is the reason in current market we have very good value. All the things we are going to manage, and we are going to provide a services to the organization. Okay, so that is the reason like AWS is in a demand skill. Okay, in network, what we are going to do means we are going to create a private and public cloud networks. Okay, so which is, as I said, hybrid setup we are going to do. Okay, private, like if you have any internal applications which have to run only within the VPNs, you need to access means. So we will be using the private networks. If anything you want to expose to the public, then we will go for the public network. Okay, so public is nothing but like if you want to host some web applications or some ERP applications or some e-commerce applications and all. Yes, these applications have to be used by end users. For example, Flipkart, if they are making it as an internal, no one is going to utilize that. So if we need to host applications externally, then we need a public network. Okay, so we are going to create private and public network, and we are going to manage. Okay, so that is the part we are going to look into how to create a network services, how to like and split the network. Okay, IP ranges, subnets, how to create a subnets, how to get the IP ranges, what are all the private IPs are available, what are all the public IPs are available, which IP we need to use over here. Okay, which IP range we need to use in a network, and how to create a routing policies, how to get the route information into the servers. So each and everything we are going to look into. The next part we will be looking into the domain name service management. Okay, so like we are going to host a servers, we are going to host a load balancers, databases, and other application services and all. So we can't use any Amazon's resource names. Okay, so if we need to host our applications and if it have to be delivered globally, we need to manage our own domain name system. Okay, for example, flipkart.com is a Flipkart's own domain name. They can't use any other domain name for managing their infrastructure services. So here Amazon by default they are providing the domain system, but still what we need to do means we need to manage our domain system. Okay, to get a better uh, availability and easy accessibility purpose and all. Okay, so we are going to create a Route 53, that is the domain name system, and we are going to host some global domain over here, and we are going to deliver our web applications globally, and we are going to manage it. Okay, so here we will be purchasing domain names from some domain name service providers, like we can purchase a domain name from GoDaddy or any other domain service providers, and we can host it. And we are going to create a high availability. Okay, by using a Route 53 we are going to create a high availability infrastructure. Let's say you have an application service, so you are thinking about the high availability, that if my one of the application region is going down, still my application or my resources have to be available for the end user means we can create a high availability infrastructure. Okay, so to create high availability infrastructure, our Route 53 will be very helpful. So we are going to look into how to manage or how to create and manage the high availability infrastructure by using the Route 53 service. Okay, so the next part is about we are going to look into the CloudFront overview. Okay, like how CloudFront is useful for deploying our application into the cache networks. Okay, for example, like Netflix and Amazon Prime and all you were using. So when we log in from India region, okay, if you are using a VPN from India, what will happen? Only Indian based movies or whoever watching, like some Indians will watch some of the web series from UK and US and all, right? So those kind of updates we will get. Why means like Netflix have a content delivery for or cache locations for India. Whatever we try to search, that we will get. If you are going to US and UK, we will see different kind of movie updates and all. Okay, so you can try like log in from normal browser. There are some VPN based browsers are available. You log in with different browser and check what are all the updates you used to get. Okay, so based on that you can understand how content delivery is working. Okay, so here we are going to discuss what is content delivery network, how applications will be managed in the content delivery network. Okay, another one example, if I want to say like you used to watch cricket matches and all, so it is By using the content delivery network only, it is happening. Okay, that is one of the example. Or Amazon Prime, or you can go for the like Netflix, Hotstar. So these are all the applications running on the content delivery. Okay, so that we can discuss how it is working, kind of things and all. Then we are going to discuss about the API gateway. So by using API gateway, already I told that we are going to host the project. So we are going to use the REST APIs. These APIs are nothing but it is about the middleware between your applications and your internal services, which running in the like Amazon environment. Okay, so we are going to create a API gateway, and we are going to manage our application into S3, and we are going to create a connectivity between APIs to our application and APIs to our databases and Lambda services, whatever we are going to use. Okay, so we are going to manage it. The next service we are going to look into about direct connect. So Amazon have a direct connect location in every region. Okay, as well in every IT hubs, wherever it is there, they have a direct connect location. Previous days and all, if we need to connect our local data center with Amazon, either we need to create a VPN connectivities, or we need to go with the public, or we need to purchase some hardware devices from Amazon, and we need to transfer the data. But now what Amazon did means Amazon is providing the option to deliver our connectivity between Amazon Web Services to our local data center by using a direct connect locations. So in Bangalore, if you're saying direct connect location is available in Nextra DC, which is available in ITPL. And if you're going to the Hyderabad, also they have a direct connect location. In Chennai, also they have a direct connect location. Even in Noida, Delhi, wherever the IT hubs are there, so they have a direct connect location. Even in near to Coimbatore, also they were creating the direct connect location recently. Okay, so why this direct connect location means they decided to reduce like they want to reduce the like workload of the companies. So that is the reason they created a direct connect locations. So already direct connect location to Amazon data centers, already connectivity is there. Only thing is your network location, that is your data center to direct connect location, you need to create a connectivity. Okay, so that you need to request with the ISP provider, and you need to create it. So post creation, that connectivities will be established between your Amazon account to your data centers. And other than this, we are going to look into the simple notification service, which helps to send a notification based on our resource creation or resource termination or whatever the thing we used to do. So we are going to deploy, and we are going to look into the simple notification service. So we will be discussing about the queue services, how it will be working. So why it is important in application, and how the connectivities are happening between the queue service to application. So kind of things we can discuss. And we are going to look into the workflow service. Okay, what is the simple workflow service, and what is the importance of workflow service? Okay, so how workflow services are important in application level. Okay, you will be seeing a workflow. For example, Flipkart, if you are going to order the product, there will be some workflow. Okay, so you will go to the you will go and select the product, add to cart, then you will go for the purchase. You'll be connecting with like internet banking, means different workflow will be working. If it is going to be a like card banking, like card debit card, it will be a different workflow. So like that, workflow services available here. So individually you can run a workflow. You no need to disturb your servers or applications to manage the workflow. Okay, so individually you can run a workflow. You can reduce the application load and all. Then we are going to look into the CloudWatch service, which is used to monitor and manage our infrastructure. Okay, so your CloudWatch is available mostly in organizations. They'll be having their own monitoring tools. So some cases, some organization will be using the CloudWatch service also. Okay, so in my organization and all, we have a Splunk monitoring tools. So there is a monitoring team is available. They used to manage the monitoring. Some organization, mid-level business companies, or some companies, what they will do, they will go and manage with the cloud watch service itself. Okay, so these are all the topics we are going to look into. So is it clear, guys? Up to now, whatever I said, is it clear? What are all the topics we are going to look into? Is it clear? in AWS? Okay. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, Elastic Beanstalk is the web service. Okay, so where you can like you no need to manage your resources and all. Okay, so it is kind of Lambda service only, but by using a Lambda only you will be running your codes and services. But by using a Elastic Beanstalk, you can host your applications, you can host your databases, kind of things and all. I'll come to that. Okay, so Elastic Beanstalk topic, I'll come to that. Okay, guys. Everyone understand what we are going to look in AWS? If you have any questions, please go ahead, guys. AWS Solution Architect and AWS SysOps Engineer, right? So yes, when it is coming into the AWS Solution Architect, you will be like provisioning and managing the infrastructure. When it is coming into the sysops engineering, so that is about monitoring and management. Okay, so that is a different scale, this is the different scale, this is about architecting. Okay, so you need to decide and you need to provision and you need to manage it, but there just you will monitor and manage, that's it. Okay, any other questions? I hope you are clear what we
Yes, sir.
discussed.
Yeah, I have one question, sir. This
Yeah,
is
tell me.
Sachinana.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, tell me.
Sachinana. Currently, I'm working as a QA engineer.
QA, quality. Okay.
QA, yeah, Selenium, the automation testing,
Okay.
automation tester.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I want to switch my career to DevOps.
Mm-hmm.
So, will they consider me as a fresher or a experienced people in
See,
DevOps?
guys, one thing clearly I will tell. Whoever working as a build engineer, whoever working as a this automation application side whoever working, or infrastructure side whoever working, okay, or like let's say you will be working into some database administration, these guys will not be considered as freshers. Okay, you can use your existing experience and you can go.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, yes, tell me, like mechanical. No, mechanical engineers you will be considered as a fresher only, guys. You can use your existing experience. Okay, so you can show your existing experience, but show it as you worked in your mechanical department itself, there will be IT team. Okay, so you show it as you are working in IT. It is available in a group itself. In WhatsApp group itself, it is available. Okay, you are already into the cloud environment only, so you can use it. Salesforce is a cloud like cloud infra only. Yeah, you can show that experience, that will be considered actually. Yes, any other questions, guys? Because today I'm giving some introduction. That's it. Okay, so we'll be jumping into the topic from tomorrow. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can go ahead. So step by step, like today I given a AWS overview. Like tomorrow I'll be giving like even like you joined for AW like only for AWS or only for DevOps. It's not a matter. So tomorrow I'll go for the DevOps overview also. Okay, so for your better understanding, because you want to know like how AWS is important for DevOps, how DevOps is important for AWS also. Like you can see that syncs. Okay, so like by that you don't decide that only if we are learning the DevOps or only if we are learning the AWS. Okay, so it depend on like requirement in the organization. Okay, so kind of things will be working. Yeah, tell me. Yes, that spreadsheet will be shared with you, Amelia. Okay, so we will share that spreadsheet. Yeah, as I said, serverless app hosting will be one of the project and one of the high availability project we are going to do with AWS. Yeah, yes, yes. Each and every service we will be integrating and we will be doing the project. Yes, guys, still 10 minutes is there. No doubts are there because you came to learn about the cloud services and DevOps skill sets and all, right? No other questions? No, like I used to teach both the courses. It depend like you may be with me or you may be with other trainer. Okay, so that like management have to decide.
Hi, this is Gautam.
Yeah, Gautam, tell me.
Yeah, when will you start about Linux and all?
So first we need an infrastructure. Okay,
Okay,
so we are going to provision the infrastructure and all. Then
okay,
our Linux classes will be there.
okay.
Yeah, configuration in which you are asking. Configuration management. No, that and 1 minute. Someone is. Yeah, cloud formation components and all we will cover. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Puppet we won't do. We will be doing with Ansible. Because Puppet is a bit older. It won't work out. Okay, you can do with Ansible. Naveen Kumar. Hey, yeah, yeah. I'll be providing it. Okay, guys, I hope everything is good. Okay, so Navin, you wait over here. Okay. Okay, guys. Finally, if any questions are there, please raise it. Otherwise, we can complete. Okay, tomorrow I'll give a DevOps overview. Then we can start with our AWS course content. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Yes, you people can leave.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, bye.